Good morning. So we are lucky enough to have the Gilpin Trunk Show here at the shop, and it's going to be at the shop for another couple of weeks. And so I wanted to go through all the pieces with everyone, and I'm going to make this video available later on. So for anyone who doesn't get to catch it live, you'll be able to see the video later on at your leisure. So we have carried the Gilpin yarn in the store for, I think it's been about a year now. It's a really lovely yarn. It's a sport weight yarn, and it's 100% Scottish lamb's wool. We order it directly from Gilpin, and it's a very super soft yarn, and we're really happy to have it in the store. The colors are very bright and pretty, and they've been introducing some new yarns, new colors of the Lolland, and they actually introduced an Aran weight in the same yarn earlier this year, which we don't have the Aran weight in stock yet. But at the end of the trunk show, we're going to be putting in a large order with Gilpin. As it comes from Scotland, it takes a little while to come in, but we wanted to put a big order together for anyone who's interested in ordering yarn for any of the pieces in the trunk show. So during the trunk show, for over the next 2 weeks, we're going to offer 10% off the Lolland yarn, and we're also going to provide any of the patterns for free. So if you want to make any of the patterns that I'm going to show you today, then you can purchase the yarn at a 10% discount, and we'll include the pattern for free. So I'm going to walk through some of the patterns for you, and the first one I'm going to start with is Oak, and that is this beauty right here. And it's not scratchy. Somebody asked if the wool is scratchy. It's a very super soft lamb's wool. I'm actually wearing a sweater made from it right now. So it's really, really lovely yarn, and I enjoy it very much. So Oak is here, and it's actually made with 2 strands held together. So it has this really pretty heathered look to the yarn, which I don't know if you'll be able to see very well on camera, but it's a really lovely yarn. The one thing about Di's patterns, right now she doesn't have a really great size range in her patterns. Most of her patterns, she's only got 3 size ranges, so she's got a small, medium, and large in a lot of her garments. But there are a number of accessories too, which make great, which would make great gifts for the holidays. So I'll just kind of keep working through all of the pieces. I think there's 14 different pieces in the trunk show for today that we've got anyway. So as I said, Oak is the very first one, and then Arabesque is next, this little vest here, and that's got some cable and lace details to it. It's a dark yarn, so it's a little bit more difficult to see all of the details in it, but that's a really sweet piece. And she does have all of these up on Ravelry, so if you want to see pictures of them in other colors, they do. There are some up on Ravelry in some other colorways. Morey Star is next, and that's a really lovely piece. Unfortunately, this one only is in one size, so this, I believe the measurement is a 36-inch bust. So I'm hoping that as more and more people get to know Di's designs, that they're going to come out with more size, bigger size range. Yeah, I'm not sure if she does or not yet. I'm hoping so. I've got to check and see if she's hoping to add more sizing. I would think she would, because her designs are really lovely, and it'd be great to see some different sizes in those. And Twisted Hazel wrist warmers are next. Those are these guys, these cabled wrist warmers there. And so if you're asking the name of the sweater, this particular one is Morey Star, M-O-R-A-Y Star. And then next up is this beret, and this is the Coda beret here. And that's using 3 different colors of the Lolin wool. And let's see. Then we've got this, the Argyle snood or cowl is here. And this is a really lovely large piece. Really, really cozy, soft for those windy fall days. And then next we have a collection of 4 pieces, and it's mitts, a beret, and then scarf, and then a tunic as well. And it's an oversized tunic, so it's meant to be worn with some positive ease. But again, there's only, let me double check, I think there's just 3 sizes in this as well. It's small, medium, large in the tunic. So as I said, I really hope that she does expand her size range in these patterns because they are very lovely. So those 4 pieces have the same lace detail to them. And then we have the next piece, and this is the Geo Yoked Fair Isle sweater. And I'll make a list of all of these pieces and put them up on the website with links to Ravelry so that you'll be able to find them a little easier and not have to just rely on going back to the video and trying to figure out what they are. So that's the Geo Yoked sweater. And then along that same line is a cowl or snood. Oh, on this tunic, yes. It's the sole, which is S-E-O, or I'm not sure if it's sole or sail. I think it's pronounced sail actually, but it's S-E-O-L for the tunic. And the scarf and the mitts, that whole collection is S-E-O-L, sail. And so this little cowl here, it takes 4 different colors, but you can get 2 from 2 cowls from those 4 balls of yarn. I really like this next sweater. This is called the Polar Gansey. It's very cute. So we do have that pattern. Just a nice basic Gansey style. Again, not a great size range. There's actually only 2. There's a small and a medium in this particular piece. So, but I will, I'm going to check in with Dye and see if they have plans or if it's in the works to do bigger size ranges or better size range, I should say. And then the last piece in the collection is the Cocoa Take 2. So there is another one that's just the Cocoa cardigan, but this is the Take 2, so they're styled a little bit differently. And I do like the little bit of contrast yarn they did in this one on the little pocket trim and along the edges. Yeah, isn't that a great yellow? I love that one too. So, as I said, I will put links on our website for all of the patterns so that you can see them better. I'll also link on that same page. I'll put it right on the home page, so when you come to it, it'll be easier to find. And so I'll put links to the yarn on the website so you can see the colors that we have. And we're happy to order in any of the other colors for you as well. And as I mentioned, we are going to do a big order when we, at the end of the trunk show, so that anybody who does want to order a sweater's quantity of yarn, we're pretty low on our yarn right now. For a while, we weren't able, with the pandemic, to get a lot of the yarn, and it does come directly from Scotland, so with some of the shipping issues, it's been challenging. So let me show you the label of the yarn. It's dyed Gilpin Lowland 100% Scottish lamb's wool. So they are 50-gram balls, which is great for color work projects. And that yellow that someone mentioned, that's furs. This color here. So it's a really lovely yarn. All right, so that's the collection. As I mentioned, I will get those links up right away so that you can all take a look at it. Yardage, that's a good question on that one. So it's 175 meters. So what's that? That's like 190 yards about, give or take, for the yardage. And it's a sport weight yarn. And some of the pieces, this first sweater that I showed, you're actually holding 2 strands double, and they did just come out with an Aran weight yarn. So that is another option. If you have an Aran weight project, if you don't necessarily want to do any of these projects, but had another project in mind, they've got the original sport weight yarn, and then they do have a new Aran weight yarn as well. And it is really a true Aran weight yarn. So a heavy worsted for sure. All right, thanks for everybody for joining, and I will get those links up right away so that you can find all the information about the pieces. And the pieces themselves are going to be in the store for 2 weeks. So if you wanted to come in and take a look at those in person, we'd love to have you come in and take a peek. So we're open Tuesday through Sunday, and you're welcome to come in and look at these and feel the yarn. It is really lovely yarn. So thanks everybody. Enjoy your day, and we'll talk to you and catch up with you again soon. Bye.